Hi, let's go back to South America with a red wine from Uco de Valle. We're in Mendoza. It's a red wine. Should be Malbec, 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 right? Because that's all they grow. No. Their Sacrum is actually growing Rhone varietal thing. You think about Syrah, Mourvèdre, Grenache, Carignan. They have a few Italian grapes like Nebbiolo as well, so for good measure. So in the land of Malbec, 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 you get other thing, which is very refreshing because it's a great region and they should do other grape. I know they sell a lot of Malbec and they are really tasty and I like them and I sell a lot of them, sure, but here we go. So Garnacha, of course, we're on the land that speak Spanish, so we should have, instead of Grenache like they say in French, or in the US they say Grenache, that should be called Garnacha, and that's fair. So Vera Sacrum, founded by Eduardo Soler, very important guy, small estate, but very important, organic, biodynamic, the whole deal. The guy aged this wine in concrete egg because the shape, of course, changed a lot of things. And when you appreciate wine, it's a very important thing. So Eduardo Soler is not only a very serious winemaker, he is a dedicated kind of guy here. So 2020, look at the color of these things. You think it's a dark rosé, right? Well, I have a fair amount of people who like Grenache, but they are tired of the big, heavy Grenache from Spain. Well, the Rhone region is not better, okay? So that same thing here. Some Grenache can be really full, and they should be a bit more balanced. So Grenache is the most planted grape in the world, pretty much, just because of Spain. They have so many regions that have produced a lot of Grenache. Grenache tend to be spicy, berry-oriented, berry flavored, I would say. Raspberry and strawberry, I get usually more raspberries and strawberry on this one. Soft, opposite to tannic. There is some tannin, of course, but it's not excessive. And I have to say that, the lighter the wine, the least amount of tannin. So the least amount of aging, so you can drink them younger. I guess you don't need to wait 10 or 15 years for the wine to age. High in alcohol, but this one is not the case. So you found them as well besides Spain, Southern Rhone, sometime in the Rhone region. It's 80% Grenache and 20% Syrah. Australia is big. California, Southern California do very nice. They call themselves the Rhone Rangers over there. And they all want to make wine like in the Rhone region, like Châteauneuf-du-Pape. But you're in Southern California, you should make wine like in Southern California. This is your pride and joy. This is the essence of the region. I mean, doesn't need to imitate. The wine have a different accent. It's like everybody in the world has a different accent. Each grape traveling in a different part of the world, different microclimate, different yeast, different dirt, etc. Gonna have a different accent, a different expression, I would say. Okay. So, and now South America, beside all those things. And yield is very low here. Those people do something like, I was checking the note, 4 tons per acre. I can tell you it's really low. Because if you're not careful, Grenache can produce a lot. So they drop a lot of things. They concentrate their wine here. And they need to, because Valle de Uco, high elevation. Remember, that's Mendoza. So your berry is going to be hit really quick by the sun. It's dry. There is no issue of mildew, humidity, etc., etc. So you have to be careful. You need to control the vineyard, especially with those one thing. So plenty of raspberry here. Very raspberry wine. Cheers. Cherries there. Pepper. People always talk about this specific wine, about cinnamon. I get a bit of that. Brown sugar, yes. Lemon, definitely. Differently, lemonicity here, good bite, good acidity. Again, it's a 12% wine, and usually, I told you that Grenache, if you're not careful, 14 and a half, easily. So that it's a well-controlled wine. Light, bright, and by the same token, you think if it's 12 and a half, it's not a full body wine. Yes, it's not. It's medium body, but the fruit is lingering. It stays. The fruit is there. The acidity, the raspberry are definitely there. So if you like raspberry, thing like that, this wine is definitely for you. So for the people who like lighter red wine, and I have a lot of clients who want lighter wine. They want red, they don't want the rosé, they don't want the white, they still want the presence of the red wine, but they don't want the alcohol because, you know, I have some clients, they are famous writer, and they start to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. So at night, they cannot have a big, you know, wine that at 6 o'clock you're still sleeping, you cannot. So they want a lighter thing. That's gonna be perfect for them. So, Garnacha from Sacrum in Uco de Valle, Mendoza. Cheers.